Hey folks, this is Papa and Cousin Kenny.
Hi.
Tonight, we're going to talk about his shirt that he's got. You want to tell them about where you got it, everything, Kenny?
Well, my kids outdid themselves, and
That's unusual for kids.
they did.
to
They
be
did.
nice.
They got me a VIP pass to the 50th anniversary screening of the Cowboys
Okay.
with John Wayne, and the
Awesome.
VIP portion of it was I got to meet the Cowboys, and
You guys remember that was the kids that played on with John Wayne movie, The Cowboys. It was all kids back then.
they were kids back then. Now they're gray-haired old men
Like,
like us. You know, they're all in their 60s. You know, they're all adults now. And to cap it all off, we got to watch the movie with the Cowboys, meet the Cowboys, and I got to meet Ethan Wayne.
Ethan Wayne.
Got to meet Ethan Wayne.
I get pictures. People send me pictures all the time on my phone. John Wayne, some of the old movies, and Ethan, even though he may not have been in the movie, but he's always on the set with him.
Always on the set.
Always
Yeah.
on the set with his dad. Pretty neat. In several movies, though. He was in several movies. wasn't he?
Yeah, he did a couple of. You know, he cast his kids in several movies, a lot of movies actually.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, it was a really nice event, very intimate affair, informal. Everybody is very gracious, very nice. The Cowboys, I think, actually woke up that day just to do this. They loved the fans, they loved interacting, and it was kind of a very, very small thing where we got to meet them. There was maybe 35, 40 people that actually were able to get into this event, and so
That's awesome.
it was a lot of fun getting to hang out with that kind of old Hollywood royalty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actual movie stars.
Yeah.
Real movie stars.
Yeah.
Hold your shirt up and show some of the signatures and stuff.
So this is the shirt. I had all the Cowboys that were there. 9 of the 10 were there.
9 out of 10.
9 out of the 10. You know, some of these guys were actors and had acting careers. You know, A. Martinez is on here. He played Cimarron. And we got Robert Carradine on here, who played Slim Honeycutt. Some of these other guys, they weren't really actors when the movie started. They were more or less youth cowboys, rodeo kids.
Yeah.
And they got the part because they could ride a rope and do other things. And they taught them how to act as they went along. And so it was very cool to get to meet all these guys. They still visit and keep in contact with each other
That's
after all
good.
these years.
That's awesome, yeah. Kind of like you and cousin myself.
Well, you know, there's not a lot of other people to hang out with y'all, so
Well,
I've always kind of felt sorry for you.
well, we need it. We need somebody to feel sorry for us.
Cuz shot me in the back.
Yeah, you know.
He did.
Yeah, I know. Kenny, I kind of about half raised Kenny, in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Told him to be a decent human being. Counseled him through his first divorce.
Only divorce.
Well, first marriage. I counseled him.
That might be why I got divorced.
It may not have turned out real well, but attorneys are not always right. Counselors are not always right. But cousin and I tried to hit me. I
Yeah.
don't think Doc was in on that hipping you, was he?
No, I didn't. No.
No good. 'Cause that would have really
No.
messed it up.
No, that would have been bad.
But we played paintball. We used marine tactics, and we won. I guess every game we ever played. Now they'll say we cheated.
Yeah, they. I don't know who they is.
It's always they.
Probably Democrats.
Yeah. They'll always say, "Well, y'all cheated.
Yeah.
I know I shot you. Oh, you missed me." You know. But Cuz was on the opposite team, and he was chasing Kenny. Kenny stopped to rest.
I didn't realize he was that close behind me.
And Cuz runs up point blank and shoots our brother in the back.
He's a back shooter.
If you don't know anything about paintball, it's hard plastic, like with this juice in it. It hits hard. It'll leave a whip on. It'll leave a bruise on.
It'll leave a bruise.
And we go to work on Monday because we always play on Sunday afternoons. And on Monday, you pull your shirt up, you have bruises all around, although we didn't get hit.
Looked like our wives beat us.
Yeah, been a lot of fun. Sometimes there'll be 20, 25 guys there. And I think, bro, the only game we ever lost is when Lester set us up in that foxhole.
Oh, yeah, that was a death
You know
trap.
that? Lester's going to be on our team. He goes down on the river on a Saturday.
Those were graves he put us in. There wasn't no foxholes, so
Dug
they were
out
graves.
this big old hole, and he said, "Hey, I got the perfect plan. I got the perfect plan. Come on, I'll show y'all." Well, first off, it was at the bottom of a hill. The river was behind us on two sides. We couldn't escape. We had no cover, and he said, "Y'all get this hole. That's where you go. So I'm gonna be back over here." We never saw him again, did we?
Tactically, that spot's known as the kill box.
So, Kenny's a big boy. But Kenny's
I
laying
was little
flat on
back
his
then.
back. Well, yeah. Laying flat on his back with his gun on his chest, and bullets was raining right across it, just far from his face.
I couldn't even stick my tongue out without it getting hit.
Buddy got killed. Daniel got killed.
Yeah.
I got it, although I didn't tell him. Your cuz didn't tell him.
We weren't cheating.
Not cheating, we just didn't tell him.
It was a mission.
Been a lot of fun. A lot of fun there. And also, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Y'all heard stories about Doc, about the ex-lax that Cuz did to him. I didn't. Cuz did it.
Terrible.
Horrible. Horrible. And some other stories. Y'all never heard the story about what Kenny did to him.
I was just trying to help.
It was summertime, Kenny. Trying to help warm his chair up in the summertime is not a help. We're down on the river on Friday nights. We always build a big fire. It didn't need a fire, but sit around. It was wintertime we did. And we'd sit around and talk politics, tell about what we did that week, what our kids did, whatever. Doc was always late. He would always show up
Always late.
and he'd jump out of his little truck talking bad about us.
He cussed us like dogs as soon as the door closed.
Yeah. So one night we're sitting there around the fire, and he's late, naturally, and Kenny sees his truck coming through the gate, way up by the barn. So Kenny gets up, we sit in these little metal chairs, they're all black metal chairs. Takes Doc's chair and lays it in the fire. And he sits back
Those
down.
metal chairs can get cold in August. I was just trying to warm it up for him.
In August, yeah. So we sat there, you know, like good guys, not laughing at him. Right before he gets to us, Kenny gets up, gets a stick, picks the chair up and sets it back down. Doc hops out, got his little scrubs on, coming from the hospital. Here he comes, cussing.
Cussing.
Every breath, cussing.
Like ready
And I
to
said,
step
why you gotta be that way, Doc? Why you gotta do this stuff? He flops his little butt down in that warm chair, and you can hear it like bacon in
Sizzle,
the skin,
didn't it?
almost sizzling. And he comes out of that chair, and he did say some bad words then.
Well, he's already saying them. It just,
Well, yeah,
Just-
but they had more of an exclamation mark
yeah,
behind them.
a little bit different pitch in his voice. In my defense, if he would have not been cussing us, he'd have noticed that chair was glowing.
I've talked to him about doing that kind of stuff. It's not right. And I've talked to Cook. It's not right what y'all done. And I didn't lead them. I didn't lead them astray. They did that on their own.
Yeah.
All right, folks, that's old Kenny. I love this boy. And
I love him like an uncle.
yeah. And we've had a lot of fun together. Lots of fun together.
A lot of memories over the years.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted y'all to see that shirt and hear the story about the Cowboys. He's met them, signed his shirt, watched the movie with them, the movie they made. That's probably pretty neat to you. Well, they've probably
Yeah.
seen it a million times, but
Yeah.
Watching that same movie, seeing them doing stuff as a kid.
And they would answer any question you had.
Yeah.
You know,
awesome.
they you know, you ask them about Bruce Dern, they talked about how nice he was. I could watch a Bruce Dern movie for decades after that because he shot John Wayne. Oh, that's a spoiler.
I believe he made a remark one time after that because he had shot John Wayne on the set, whatever. Nobody liked him. And he was a nice guy.
Yeah,
but
super nice
because of
guy.
that part he played, everybody hated him.
Yeah.
And I think he played bad guys from that point on.
Yeah, he played some pretty bad guys, But they say he's one of the nicest people you ever wanted to meet. It's
awesome.
And they talked about John Wayne a lot, of course, because that's why we were there. We were at the John Wayne Museum in the Stockyards in Fort Worth, and so yeah, they all had a lot to say about the old Duke and how he was like a second father to him and stuff like that. Hey, I reckon, it's on YouTube. Go watch it. The 50th anniversary of the Cowboys interview that was done for the Cowboy Channel. It's kind of a snippet of what we actually got to experience that night with that group of boys. It was fun.
Let me ask you, they're hard to do. Which is your favorite John Wayne movie?
Oh, I gotta say, the Cowboys has always been my favorite. That's kind of why.
Okay.
That was kind of why my kids did this. Kind of went, between the Cowboys to Alamo. It's pretty, it's a pretty close thing there.
All of them are good. I love the Searchers.
Old Searchers are great. One of the
Cowboys.
top 5.
All of them. Okay, Hill, all of them. But my favorite is Rooster Cogburn.
Rooster.
Oh, Rooster has got old. He got slow. Got a big gut.
Like the rest of
I
us.
kind of relate with that.
I can relate to Rooster.
I don't have a patch on my eye, but I can relate with everything else.
Well, I just have 2 bad eyes.
But Rooster Cogburn, to me, is one of the best.
One of the great characters. I've always had an attachment to the Cowboys because being raised here, we were raised with horses.
Yeah.
Raised working cattle on horses. We learned to
ride
ride long before we learned how to walk. We learned how to shoot off a horse too. Complete John Wayne style. But I think one of my earliest memories, the first movie I ever remember going and seeing at a theater was the Cowboys.
Okay.
And so it had always stuck out. John Wayne was required watching in our house. I mean, it was.
Well, yeah. I don't know if I required my kids to watch it.
Well, you should have.
Well, yeah, it would help them. It would help them.
Yeah, it's required watching in my house too.
Yeah, it would help them.
And since Dad was in the Marines, so was Sands of Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was required viewing.
Sergeant Stryker.
Sergeant Stryker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some great movies. Great movies.
Yes, they were. A lot of fun times sitting there just relaxing watching the late show on Saturday night. Glass tea and a big old bowl of popcorn.
Even his old war shows was great.
Yeah.
They were great. Even like Green Beret was good.
Definitely one of the top movies I've enjoyed over the years.
I always liked that it's black and white. It was In Harm's Way.
Harm's Way.
That was a good show.
Yeah. A lot of great entertainment. Old Hollywood.
All right. We're going to cut you folks loose. Cousin Kenny. Hot Chair Man.
That'll be me.
We love you guys. Y'all take care.